Let me tell you a trap that I have fallen into a lot. I like to think I fell into it a lot when I was younger, but hell, I probably still fall into it now. It's something that, if you like to think of yourself as intelligent or reasonably sharp, I think it's a danger for all of us. But at least for me, maybe not for anybody else. It's that when you're starting to learn something new, right? Let's say it's a hobby or an endeavor or a line of work, anything. Because you have reasonable reasoning faculties, you're able to argue, debate, and pick things apart, maybe cynical too, or I guess cynicism goes along with it. You spend more time in learning the new thing, picking apart what the authority is telling you, as opposed to just focusing on executing and really iterating on what the authority is telling you to do. Just repeating, taking the information and just actualizing the information. Spending time, and so again, it's something that, like I said, I've fallen into a lot where I'll get into something newer, and and obviously it's easier to see this in other people, right, than it is to see it ourselves. But you think you're smarter than you really are, or at least you think you're smarter than you really are in that area, or more knowledgeable than you really are. And of course, this goes to obviously all the cognitive biases and everything else, where people overestimate their ability of something or at something or their knowledge of something when they're newer to it, and then have a more realistic and sometimes underestimate their ability or knowledge when they truly become closer to that expert level, because then they know what are maybe the unknowables or all the true variables that the beginner doesn't know, right? To liken it to a martial arts concept, the person that's showing a move, or the instructor that's showing a move, and the student that says, well, what if this happens? Well, what if this happens? Well, what if that happens? And they incessantly are asking that, like that means they're smart, that they figured out a way to beat the move. Well, everything has a way to be overcome, but every overcome has an overcome to that. Good little thing. I think it's important, at least for myself, to remember. And I find it challenging as well, because I have some level of competency in certain areas and certain niches, and I feel that experience where it's like, hey, just do what I tell you to do. Happy to explain it to you, and then spend time really understanding it, really understanding how to execute upon it, and not trying to figure out how you can pick it apart or how you can innovate upon it, how you can make it better. Don't try to make it better before you don't even fully understand it. I think that's really what it, kind of talking you through right now, really comes to, is don't try to make it better before you even understand it. Message to myself. And every time that I've tried to make something better before I fully understood it, it didn't become better. And every time I just worked on fully understanding it, doing what others did, then I was in a position of knowledge and competency where I actually could make it better, because I had full information. If you see this video and you want to share your thoughts, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.